The idea that there's a single birthplace for Australian democracy divides scholars, but Ballarат in Victoria can rightly lay claim to some bragging rights. In December 1854, miners there rose up against colonial authorities at the Eureka stockade. Those events and the wider question of the nature of democracy feature at a museum which opened this month on the site of that fledgling rebellion. Andrew Bell reports.
How happy the world will be when you vote. If you vote for me.
The vote, sometimes taken for granted, frequently fought for tenaciously. Democracy, something George Bernard Shaw called a device that ensures we shall be governed no better than we deserve.
If you vote for me.
And that device is going on show in Ballarat with the making of MADE, the Museum of Australian Democracy at Eureka, to give it its full title.
It's a mixture of terror and excitement, I would say. You know, on the one hand, you're given this blank canvas, blank space, make us a museum of democracy, and then you have to start filling it.
The curator and her team have accumulated all manner of exhibits from all around Australia and the world to fill the space. But it's the dramatic events of late 1854 which are at the museum's heart. One of the prized exhibits is the Ballarat Reform League Charter, which among other things demanded full and fair representation and a secret ballot. It was published just weeks before that political campaign became a bloody rebellion. Those labouring on the goldfields and creating Victoria's wealth had no say in the colony's affairs. And they'd had enough.
It was a short battle. People think it only lasted 20 minutes, but I think just the fact that these people were standing up for what they believed in and fighting for change it's an amazing story, an inspiring story, and a great metaphor, I think, for democratic action.
MADE stands on land where 22 men lost their lives under the original Eureka flag. That banner, which is on continuing loan from the Art Gallery of Ballarat, has undergone conservation work.
It's one thing that we've never shied away from is saying, you know, first of all, people need to understand this site, why this is so significant, what happened at Eureka and why that was so amazing, and then use that as a kind of primer almost to pick apart some of the issues around democracy.
There's no doubt MADE aims to rattle some cages. It's no musty museum. As well as plenty of interactive exhibits, it has an incendiary library with its collection of books that have made a difference for good or ill. And in a darkened alcove, the power of the word is highlighted.
I have a dream.
We want people to come and be challenged, be engaged, have a go.
And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
And some are already giving it a go. The museum is trialling its exhibits, traditional and touchscreen, and these Year 11 students were clear about their preferences.
The singing room over there. I like when we're all just sort of jumping on it, working as a group, and then it got louder. Like, it really showed that when one person does speak, it does make a big difference, that a lot of people will join in.
It's gadgets, but it's learning, and they don't realise they're actually learning while they're actually using the technology.
That's sugaring the pill a bit then, isn't it?
Absolutely. Any trick at all to help these kids, but it's excellent because it actually stimulates their thinking.
Using groups like this one, the people who have created MADE are fine-tuning months of effort.
I sort of feel like all the hard work's behind us and this is the fun bit.
What I imagine is when this place opens, there are going to be people walking around saying, hey, did you see this? Or what do you think about that? Or, oh no, I don't reckon that was a good idea, or whatever. But it's really about starting the conversation.
If you vote for me.